because I've already been introduced to France myself. I used to come here as a child and a teenager and have, some experiences of being in Paris and being in northern parts of France as well as a little bit touring around looking at beautiful cathedrals and all the rest of it that British teenage children do with their culturally aware parents. So the work in this show spans from 1984 until 2016. And we wanted to show the different ways that I work. I work on canvas, on wood, on ceramics, I make collage, and I mess about with liberal newspapers to try and expose how liberal they are not. And I'd like to start actually this conversation with the most recent piece of work, which is this painting that belongs in a series called Le Rôdeur. And it's about a slave ship called Le Rôdeur that sailed from West Africa to the Caribbean, from Gabi to Guadeloupe. And on the way, all the captured Africans went blind. And most of the French crew also went blind. They had caught a slight eye infection, but because of the conditions in the boat, hundreds and hundreds of people squashed, contained in unhygienic and disgusting conditions. The eye infection got worse, and they all went blind. So these two French crewmen sailed the boat the rest of the way. I mean, they were 3/4 of the way there. And they met another ship where this had also happened. The boat was called the Léon. And the reason I know about this is because, of course, it's written in the records, because all of that history of European trade in slaves is written very carefully down in the archives. And it's written down in the archives because it's about money. It's about the acquisition of wealth. So, of course, when you building up money and having to come to reasons why you've lost money, you have to write it down. And so in the archives, there is this story. So it's not. It sounds like a kind of a fantasy or a horror, but it's a reality. So instead of painting the scene of hundreds of captured Africans flailing about on a boat, blind, I wanted to illustrate how the events, the traumatic events, any traumatic events, any tragedies, any disruptions reverberate through history into the present. And how, unless we kind of deal with somehow these traces, vibrations, remains of that history, and deal with it in the present, we can't hope to change or move the future. So I see the present as a place where the future has a presence and the past has a presence. And we are here in this present time to make a difference and make a change. So this painting and the other paintings in the series of Le Rôdeur are expressing...
It was a French ship.
It was a French ship, of course, yes. The French sailors earning French money. And these people are in a kind of... they're on a stage. It's a drama. And I don't know, and they don't know, who is in the room and who isn't in the room. I think perhaps she isn't in the room at all. She is the story. She has eyes on her coat. She has this symbol of the sea, symbol of the vibration, the traces of something. And she seems to be offering it or showing it to this man who doesn't see her. This bird is a bird, not a woman. This person sees us. This man has no idea what's happening. But there isn't a communication between them, because in a sense they're in the space of the past, trying to make sense of their present, and trying, I think, to work out a way of changing this future conversation. So this whole series of paintings became about colliding the past and the present, and about trying to work out different sorts of ways of talking about these traumatic events. And to some extent I've been trying to do that, trying to find ways of bringing people into conversations about trauma and about slavery in particular for many years, for many decades. It seems to me the only way we can deal with it is by talking about it. So you'll find that lots of the pieces of work in this room are very much about giving audience agency, giving audience the power to believe that they have the energy and the will to be part of changing things. I don't make pieces of work for you to come and admire them. I make them so that you'll come and find something in them that you have brought, information that you've brought, experience that you've brought, and you'll exchange that information with the work that you find. You'll see that you can walk in and out of parts of the work. You can see, in a sense, there are gaps in which histories need to be filled, but there are also gaps that we all belong in. So we make the history complete. We make the narrative whole. We have some of the answers to the questions and some more questions. But I want audiences to really feel that they, if they can have the power to change things and shift things in this showing space, then they'll remember that. And when you leave the space, you also have the power to change something. There maybe is a phone call you could make, or a conversation you could have, or a letter you could write. Not necessarily a political one, just something that shifts something that you didn't think you could do. So you don't have to map necessarily your own personal history onto this work, but there are a huge amount of personal histories woven in that you could map yours onto. There's a piece that I made here.
Sandra, vous pourriez pas traduire un petit peu, dire